Welcome to the Obsessed or Not Interested podcast. I am your host, Mindy Wonder-Querio, and I'm a small town go-to girl next door who is obsessed with helping others see more for themselves so they can thrive in all areas of life. I love researching all the things like wellness, mindset, relationships, you name it. If I'm obsessed with it, I get hyper-focused on it and I research the crap out of it, and then I share it with you. If those are things that you're also obsessed with, then keep listening and let's become new best friends. I hope that you're liking the last couple episodes. And if you didn't listen to the last couple episodes, do not worry. It's not a big deal. They're really quick though. They're like 20 to 25 minutes each. And we're just talking and doing a series on perimenopause. And I'm going through topic to topic. So last week, the first week, a couple episodes ago, I was very passionate about it. And I was just like, I have to get this off my chest, is that everybody's running to a GLP-1. No, not judging, not saying it's good or bad or in between. That's not what it was about. It was just about the weight gain that you could be experiencing currently. If you're over the age of 35, it could be from perimenopause, and that could be a symptom of perimenopause. So instead of running to a natural quick fix supplement that's guaranteeing you're going to lose weight and you can eat whatever you want and have wiggle room and not work out, that is the last thing that you should do if you're in perimenopause, is put a Band-Aid over a symptom instead of treating perimenopause. And I shouldn't say treating, but like supporting your hormones and doing things that's going to help you long-term. Perimenopause isn't, I'm gaining weight for this 1 month. This is a 5 to 10 year transition. Let's hack it now. Let's figure it out now, get ahead of it. So if you're over 35, keep listening. Go back and listen to that one. That was a great episode. The next one was kind of just, hey, this is what perimenopause is all about. And today we're going to be talking about nervous system regulation in perimenopause. So let's get into it. I'm going to talk to you about something that doesn't get a lot of attention when it comes to perimenopause, and that's the nervous system, because most women don't feel hormonal at first when we first get into it. We get into this transition period called perimenopause. We feel anxious. We feel overstimulated. We feel on edge. We feel, sorry, my dogs are in the background. We feel irritable. And then sometimes we completely shut down. Okay, now my dogs are shaking and you hear their collars. Or we can completely shut down and feel completely exhausted. And I always say, Joey, that's my husband's name, I'm going to get a gallon of milk. That's our sign I'm overstimulated, I'm about to shut down, and I'm exhausted. And why we say that is because I don't know if this is like everyone knows this story or if this actually, I don't know. But Joey told me this story and I thought it was from somebody in his life, that she was probably in perimenopause, I'm going to guess. And she was very overstimulated and about to shut down. And she said, I'm going to get a gallon of milk, and never came back. She's moved away. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So that's our inside joke in our family. I look at him, I'm like, I'm about to go get a gallon of milk. Okay. So that's our sign. You can use that story, tell your husband that story, say, this is where I'm at in my perimenopause journey or in my day. I'm overstimulated. I need a break. I need a minute. This is all about your nervous system. And then guess what? We start to blame ourselves. Like, we're crazy. I was diagnosed with ADHD at age 36, or was it 34? I was diagnosed around that age. But what happened is, I wonder if hormonally things started to change. They did a brain scan on me and they were like, yeah, we look at your brain. I could have told you this without you answering one question or ever meeting you. This is a typical ADHD brain. I've known that basically my whole life. I really feel like it's been my superpower to build businesses and to be driven and ambitious and be able to take failure and just jump right back in and not let it bother me. It's just really been a superpower for me, right? It's a superpower right now for this podcast because I'm doing this deep dive on perimenopause. That's what ADHD people call hyper-focus mode. We get hyper-focused on a topic and we get obsessive and want to do research, and it works. It works. But what is another thing about ADHD is that sometimes we get sensory overload. If you smack your food in a restaurant and you're sitting anywhere near me, I will hear that over an in-depth conversation with my husband. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why did they put me next to somebody who smacks their food? I need to leave. because I get overstimulated. That's part of ADHD, but guess what? It started getting worse after the age of 35. I was more on edge, more irritable, all the things I just said. And then I was blaming myself and I was blaming my ADHD brain. But what are women actually feeling? So if you've been thinking, why am I so easily overwhelmed right now? Why am I hearing this girl smack her food behind me in a restaurant when 3 years ago, I would have never noticed that as much? Why do noises and conversations feel like too much to me sometimes? Why do I feel anxious for no clear reason? Why is my heart having heart palpitations for no reason? Because I'm not anxious about I shouldn't be anxious about anything right now, but here I am. Why do I snap and then feel guilty about it later? Like I hear so many women, like I told you guys in the last couple episodes, I'm researching, I'm reading books, I'm listening to podcasts, I'm reading articles, but on top of that, talking to real life human beings, real life women that are actually in it, going through it. That's where I'm getting a lot of my knowledge. It's like real life. You know what I mean? So I'm getting these stories from these women, like their kids aren't even really, their kids could have done this 5 years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago, and this wouldn't have made them snap. And they're just shorter. They're short with their kids. They're snapping at their kids. And they're just like, oh my God. Then they have that mom guilt afterwards. Another thing is, why does my body feel like it's always in fight or flight? This is not your personality flaw. Okay, so I want you to just take a deep breath with that. I want you to say, this is not my personality flaw. And I want you to release all that guilt, all your shame, and let that go. Okay, this actually is your nervous system under pressure. What's happening in perimenopause is during this stage, during this transition, and I said this in the last episode, so sorry if this is repetitive, but just briefly go through this. Estrogen and progesterone fluctuate constantly during this stage. Those hormones don't just affect reproduction, they directly affect the brain and the nervous system. Estrogen supports serotonin, dopamine, and calming yourself. Progesterone supports GABA, which helps you feel relaxed and safe. So when those are fluctuating, I'm always talking with my hands because I got a little Italian in me and you guys aren't seeing me because it's not on video, but hopefully you can see. Hopefully you're imagining me speaking all the time and you're like, could just imagine my hands all over the place. So when those are fluctuating, your nervous system loses that buffer. It loses its buffer. So your body becomes more reactive, more sensitive to stress, slower to recover. So that's why things that didn't bother you before, suddenly you're feeling like, what the heck? This is annoying me. And you're feeling very overwhelmed. You might just say, well, I just need to calm down. I need to fix myself. I just need to take deep breaths. I'm not saying that doesn't work. I'm just saying you can't just have somebody say, just calm down, because it doesn't work. So if your husbands are out there, maybe just send them this next piece, okay? From whatever minute this is on. Say, listen from minute 10 to this. Dudes, if your wife is feeling overstimulated, irritable, snapping at little things, like ready to check out, and is coming to you expressing that, do not tell her to just calm down. It's not a big deal, because this is not her fault. This is not her doing. She's actually going through something hormonally in this stage in her life, and she's trying to figure it out. And right now she feels crazy, and she's not. Now we'll go back to talking to you, women. I just had to do a little PSA for our husbands. Don't tell us to calm down. You cannot mindset your way out of this, okay, girls? We cannot mindset our way out of a dysregulated nervous system. Breathing deeper doesn't fix the blood sugar crashes. Positive thinking doesn't fix the cortisol spikes. Pushing harder does not restore depleted neurotransmitters. Your body needs support, not pressure. So here are some signs that your nervous system is dysregulated. Feeling wired, but also exhausted. Having anxiety without any real clear cause or reasoning. Trouble sleeping, even when you're really tired. Overreacting emotionally. Brain fog, confusion, not remembering things, thinking it's this early stages of dementia. Shutting down socially. This is something that I'm a very social person. I like to be on the go. I like to go out and do things. And during this stage, before I started to support my body and my hormones and regulate my nervous system, I was just like, I don't want to be around people. I don't have it in me to get dressed, to find an outfit, to do my hair, to talk to people, to be around all these. I don't know what it is, but I'm like, you shut down socially. Do you feel like that? I feel like that. Feeling like you kind of lost your resilience a little bit. I don't know. These are just some things I felt. Does this click with you? Does this sound familiar to you? So let's get into what actually helps. This is definitely not medical advice. You guys know I am not a doctor. And I also don't ever tell you guys things to tell you what, okay, I joke around that I'm a bully and I'm like, you got to do this. You got to do this. I guess I am. I'm a bully, but I'm not a doctor and I don't ever want you to listen to me. What I want you to do is take what I'm saying, absorb it, and then do your own research because like I said in the last episode, we're not sheeps. We are going to educate ourselves. Knowledge is power, but then we are going to pray on it and do our own research. Because this is what I am learning through this research and talking to other women and in my own experience. Always do your own research. These are the basics that matter more than what most people realize. So let's get into it. Number 1, blood sugar stability. This is huge. What we need is protein in the morning. So what they say is 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking up. And guys, this is the hardest thing for me because I was an intermittent fasting girly. I think I said that on the last episode, but here's what I do. I have a clean, non-toxic, hormone supportive, great for macros protein powder that I trust that is third-party tested. That means there's no heavy metals. I don't know if you saw that article, but there was a ton of articles that just went all over the place and was on the news and everything that some of the top brands of protein powders were tested and they were filled with toxins and heavy metals. This one is third-party tested and it does not have any heavy metals, nothing toxic in it. It has methylated B12, so it's safe for the MTHFR girlies. And it's got 21 grams of protein. Okay, and it has Icelandic blue spirulina, which is great for detoxification. There's just so many good things. Anyways, I take a scoop and a half of that in the morning, and that gives me 31 grams of protein. Because I'm not somebody that has time, I have a bunch of kids to get to a bunch of different schools in the morning. I need something, water in there or almond milk in there, a scoop and a half of powder, shake it and drink it in the car or drink it as I'm getting the lunches ready. I need something fast. You might not have that same morning routine. So you might have somebody else, maybe the kids go on the bus, or maybe you're up way earlier than when you have to start doing your school routine and you have that time. All power to you. I'm just telling you what works for me. Another thing I do is have protein coffee. So you could do a scoop. I don't like to do a full scoop in my coffee. I don't know why. So I do a half a scoop of my Triple Boost protein powder in my coffee. And I do a packet of my Pure Marine collagen peptides, which has 5 grams of protein. So that's 15 grams of protein in my coffee. And then I just do 1 scoop in my protein in a shaker cup and have a protein shake. So I'm getting what I need. And I get it within 30 minutes of waking up. And then that's regulating my nervous system, right? So when blood sugar stabilizes, cortisol is calm. And that's what we need. Quick break. We are kicking off the Longevity Project in January, and you're invited. It's fitness, protein, hormone support, and real accountability all in one place. You're going to get an anti-inflammatory meal plan, education, recipes, strength and mobility workouts, and the support to actually follow through. If you want to feel strong, energized, and balanced going into the new year, check the link in the show notes so you can join us. Number 2, walking in low intensity movement. The thing that I'm reading is that we're not getting enough movement. We're not getting enough steps. Our nervous system does not need to be punished, as in we don't need to be doing like all these zone 3 cardio and obsessed with cardio. Walking regulates stress hormones. It improves your mood and helps your body feel safe again. So zone 2 movement tells your body, we're okay. We're not in fight or flight. We're not running away from a lion, but you want to get into zone 2 cardio. So here's the thing, what I've been doing, and I'm going to get into strength training in a second. So I'm not even going to talk about the strength training part. I have been walking, and I go on my treadmill because I'm from the UP and it's snowy and I hate being cold and all that. But if you can, walk outside. But I get on my treadmill and I warm up, and then I do 3.0 speed or 2.7 to 3.0 speed. And then I get to an incline 6. And I do that for 20 to 30 minutes. 30 is always the goal. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to go. I have ADD and I have other things to do and I can't just be on this treadmill. My goal, and I'm telling you, that's my goal for 2026 is 30 minutes and stay my butt on that stupid treadmill for 30 minutes. And it's actually enjoyable. My husband got me a TV, hung it in my gym. I didn't have one before for whatever reason, because we just moved, I've been living here for a year, but we have a TV in there. I can watch The Housewives. I can catch up on a podcast. I can do whatever. So I also do a lot of my work. I work from a phone and I'm helping women and I'm in my groups, and I will just do phone calls and take calls with some of the women I'm working with, or voice memo back and forth with the women. Figure out something you need to do that you can do on your treadmill. So if you're like, anytime I'm scrolling on TikTok, I'm going to be on a treadmill, do that. And you could get a walking pad as well. I use a treadmill more because I like that incline. And if you want to do more interval, you could do exactly what I just said, but go from incline 3, incline for 3 minutes, and then incline 6 for 3 minutes. 3, 6, 3, 6. Don't sleep on this, women. I'm telling you, it's great. Number 3, strength training without overdoing it. So strength training actually supports your confidence, metabolism, hormone balance, and our bodies are losing muscle, and we need to be strong. We need to have balance. We need to have mobility. That's the real flex. The flex now at this age and in this stage is not to buy into that skinny culture in Hollywood that I talked to you about at the beginning of this episode, and then I did that episode on. That is not the flex. The real flex is strong bodies with muscle, and you're toned and you feel strong and your core strong and your back strong. We don't want to be throwing out our back. We don't want to have our bones be weak, and we don't want to be brittle. We want to be strong. I said this on the last episode as well. When I know what a supplement is going to do for me and why I need to take it, I'm way more likely to do it. I'm way more likely to be consistent in taking it. Same thing with strength training. And you don't have to go crazy. Don't think, oh God, I'm going to go crazy and I'm going to do like HIIT workouts and whatever. You don't have to do that. More is not always better. So short, intentional sessions, be exhausting workouts that leave you feeling depleted, and again, spiking your cortisol, okay? Number 4, supplement and nutrient support. Your nervous system requires nutrients to function, okay? In this stage, supporting inflammation, gut health, stress response, and cellular energy makes a noticeable difference. This has legit been a game changer for me personally. This is something that I mentor a lot of women and help them get on this too. This was a game changer. And that is my routine supplement stack that I use. That is non-toxic. It's third-party tested. It's electrolytes and pre and probiotics. It's glutathione, which is a master antioxidant, helps with detoxification. Pure marine collagen peptides. There's one thing in it, and that's Japanese codfish. And that's going to help with, of course, the things we do care about, our hair, skin, and nails, but our joints. In this stage, we are losing collagen rapidly, and we need to care. We need to care about joints even more than our skin. Let's equally. We'll care about it equally, but that matters. And then the morning supplement helps with reducing inflammation. It helps with our gut health. It helps with all these things that creep up on us as we age and we're in this perimenopause stage. So things that you may not have needed before age 35, your body and your hormones need it now so you can support your hormones. And I'm telling you, I tried everything, had a natural doctor, did hormone testing, was on all these supplements from that natural doctor. And when I got on the routine stack and started Triple Boost, all of it changed in 30 days. Am I saying that's going to happen to you? I don't know. It's happened to a lot of women. One of my best friends, same thing. We were texting each other. Wait, is your cycle back to normal? Wait, are you feeling not like we were both mind blown? And it's happened to so many other women too. Either way, your body needs the supplement and the nutrients to support this new stage that we're in. And I want you to reframe your mindset. We are not becoming weaker. Our body is just asking for a different operating system. We need to just switch some things up. So it's kind of like the definition of insanity, doing the same things over and expecting different results. So we are doing, obviously what we have been doing for over and over is not getting us the results we were getting. So what are we going to do? Continue to do those same things and expect the results to happen? No, we got to just switch it up. We got to do some tweaks. We have to adapt to this new stage that we're in. And we have things that I just talked about on this podcast that are doable, that we have control over. Perimenopause is not about grinding harder. It's about supporting deeper and focusing on supporting and tweaking some things that the old things, out with the old, in with the new habits. This stage forces us to slow down. And why it does that, it forces us to slow down so we can actually listen to what our body needs. We need to know to nourish our bodies instead of restrict, because I think a lot of us, maybe we're in that, maybe in our 20s, and we're just like restricting ourselves. That's not what our body needs in this stage. To regulate instead of hustle. We don't need to push ourselves and be dying on the gym floor during our workouts and pushing ourselves in life and just push harder to get better results, because now we're not getting results, and that's what we knee-jerk reaction is, we got to push harder. But no, we need to regulate instead of hustle, and to support instead of self-criticize. Give yourself grace, babe. Like, we're in this together, okay? We are in this together. You have to give yourself grace and realize, okay, I have a plan of action now. I know what to do to balance my nervous system and to support my nervous system. And it's going to take some time to get used to. It's going to take time to learn and have this knowledge. And I'm going to continue to do so. And I'm going to be consistent, and I'm going to show up for me, because I want to feel better and I want to age being strong, supporting my body, supporting my hormones, and just feel like yourself again. And when your nervous system is calm, motivation often just comes back naturally. Truly, that's what I've noticed. And so I have to, by the way, this isn't, okay, now I know this stuff, I'm going to do it for a week and snap my fingers, my hormones are going to go back to normal, and then I'm fixed. No, and this is exactly why these quick fixes that guarantee you're going to lose weight in your midsection, and here's a GLP-1 injection, or here's a powder that's going to help you lose weight that's Moxat. I'm sorry, those things, and I don't care that you do that, but don't think, okay, now I fixed that and now I'm all good, because you're not. We can't just take that one symptom of weight gain, find a Band-Aid solution for that, and ignore all the rest of the stuff, like your nervous system, like you being overstimulated, like you wanting to go get a gallon of milk and never come back. Right? We can't ignore that. We can't ignore that. I know you want to, because we care about belly fat, but we have to care about ourselves and supporting our bodies through this transition. Okay. So I hope this episode made you feel like you're not alone and you're not crazy and you feel seen. If you want to know how I support my nervous system through movement, I can share my workouts with you, nutrition. I have a full meal plan that breaks down exactly, like, every single recipe on my meal plan is 30 grams of protein or more, because I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do the math. I don't want to track. I'm a creature of habit too. So I'm like, okay, I'll make this recipe every single day for lunch for a week, and then this for dinner. I'll put this all in the show notes. But if you want to reach out to me, it's mindy@mindywender.com, or you could reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, wherever. It's @MindyWender, all over the internet. Let me know if you want to know what workouts I do, if you want my meal plan that's hormone supportive and high protein, what supplements I use. Check the show notes for all of these. I will put a link for the workout app that I use. I will put the discount link. I have a discount code actually for that supplement stack that I told you about. That's in the show notes. And also, we have a group starting in January If you want more information on that, we're going to focus on all of these things, okay? And if you want to be a part of that, I'm taking 10 women on for January. Just email me at mindy@mindywender.com. Also, if you just go to the show notes for any of this, you don't have to type any, you just have to click my email address and boom, it'll pop up on your phone and you can write me an email. If you want to buy the routine supplements, click the link in the show notes and boom, it'll take you right to my website. Super easy. Okay, so I hope that this helped. And if you're in this season, again, give yourself grace. You are not falling apart. You're just recalibrating. Let's call it that. We're just recalibrating. So I hope this helped you, and I will talk to you next time. Quick pause, because I have to tell you about something that has made such a huge difference for me during this perimenopause season. It's called the routine. It's 3 supplements that I take every single morning. It gives you the nutrients that your body is actually craving right now during this season, things that support your liver, your gut, your energy, your hormones, and your mood. It's simple, it's clean, non-toxic, and it's what keeps me feeling steady even when my hormones are not. It's also third-party tested, so you know you can trust what they say is in it is actually in it. So if you want to learn more or try the routine yourself, I'll put the link in the show notes, and it's hands down the easiest place to start if you're trying to feel better in your 30s and 40s. Seriously, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Obsessed or Not Interested podcast. I love connecting with you on social media. So if you guys want, please shoot me a DM at either our podcast Instagram, which is at Obsessed or Not Interested, or even my personal Instagram, which is at Mindy Wender. I check them both, so either is fine. Oh, and truly, if this has helped you even 1%, if you could do me a huge solid and leave me a rating and review, that would mean the world to me. When you guys do that, here's why I really love it. It's because it helps the podcast be able to reach more women who want and need this. So truly, that is like the best compliment you could ever give me, is just leaving ratings and reviews for this podcast. Anything that I talked about in today's episode, any links or resources, you will find that in the show notes. Thank you for listening to today. Can't wait to chat more in the DMs, and don't forget to tune in next Tuesday.